Hey guys, welcome back to the podcast. My name's Zach.
My name's Hayden.
Hey, got a super exciting one for you today.
It's going to be lit. But before we get to all the important stuff, I have a great question.
Oh god.
I have a great question. If you could be any Disney princess,
Ooh. Okay.
which one would you be?
You know, I don't really know how to
And
think about this
why?
question. Which one would I be and why?
Yes. Set aside your masculinity for a second.
Bro, I was about to say the frog, but it's like Princess and the Frog.
Set aside your masculinity for a second.
Ooh.
Set aside all your pride and just put on the role of being a princess for a second.
I'm be honest with you, bro. I know about 3. So
Elsa.
Okay.
Mulan.
Okay.
Is she? Right?
I have no idea.
I think Mulan's a princess.
Yeah.
Princess and the Frog, whatever her name is.
Just the princess, I guess. Oh, yeah.
I was supposed to say Moana. She's not a princess at all. There's no shot, right? They live on like an island.
I have
Bro.
no
There's no
idea, bro. I have no idea.
Wow, I'm bad at this.
Give me Rapunzel, bro.
Oh yeah.
Give me Rapunzel.
Yeah. Bro, I need to be Rapunzel because then I'd have long hair. We'd be so back, bro. We'd be so back.
Hey.
I could be. Who's another one?
Who's the glass slipper girl? Cinderella?
Cinderella.
Don't know anything about hers.
That one's pretty cool.
What about Beauty and the Beast? Wasn't the beauty lady the princess too?
Yeah.
What's her name?
So far we have a name: Princess Beauty. We have two names for princesses. I don't know what her name is.
We're not good at this, bro. Princesses, dog?
Yeah, I thought that was a great question.
It's a great
I thought that was a
question.
very applicable question.
Dude, I haven't watched a Disney movie like that in so long, bro.
I thought this was so applicable to how to share the gospel.
Give me the water girl from Elemental, dog. Like, what are you talking about?
The water girl from Elemental.
Yeah, I don't even know her name. Like,
Give me some random girl from High School Musical. Like, just
I couldn't name but 2 people in that one. And
you got Troy, aka Zood. Gosh, my ball knowledge for whatchamacallit.
I was
is
about to
not
say,
there.
Hannah Montana is High School Musical, right? Or is that a different show? I don't know, you might be so
We
good.
are on something right now.
We're so
There's
good.
something going on. Our movie knowledge is terrible. Like, you put me in the Marvel universe or something, I'm good. But, like, Disney, it gets kind of wild. There's some princess that's obvious that I'm just not thinking about right now.
Apparently all of them, bro, because we only got 2 or 3.
There's not one in How to Train Your Dragon, so I guess. That's not one.
This is really embarrassing.
Yeah, this is actually kind of... Wow, this is rough.
Hold on, bro, let me lock in, bro. You got Rapunzel.
Yep. Snow White,
Cinderella.
Cinderella, Mulan, Elsa. That was the first one I had said.
Is Anna a princess or no? I mean, she's...
Princess Anna? Yeah, I guess. I guess. We're just gonna call her Princess Anna.
Yeah. Make it sound a little bit better. Dude.
Yeah. We got 7 right now. That's pretty elite.
I had 6, but I don't know where we got... Maybe I
I
had...
threw Anna in.
Oh, okay. Hey, I don't know. I can't count anyways.
I don't know. I mean, to me, it's either Elsa because living in Florida, that'd be nice to make everything cold, or it's Rapunzel because I could have long hair.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know which one I'd be, dude, because I don't know any.
All right, if you could be one girl superhero. I don't know why I keep on saying girl.
What are you doing right now, bro? Give me Spider-Man. Like, what?
No, Spider-Woman. All right. It's like if I told you like pick a guy superhero, you're gonna pick like the obvious one. So it's like pick a girl superhero because that's out of the ordinary for a guy to pick. That'd be like if you asked a girl to pick a guy superhero. I'm gonna pick Lady Vengeance.
Lady Vengeance, bro.
It's not even a thing, but I'm
No idea.
picking her for sure.
Yeah, definitely. Lady Batman, bro.
Lady
Bro,
Batman.
definitely a Catwoman kind of guy.
Batwoman. Yes. Catwoman. Yeah.
Yeah, give me Captain Marvel or something, bro.
Give me Wonder Woman.
Matter of fact, bro, give me the Super Dog.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, give me John Wick's dog, bro.
John Wick's dog.
I might not be here no more, but give me John Wick's
Give
dog.
me John Wick's dog. Was that a girl dog?
I don't know.
I don't remember. That's a yeah, but yeah, I would probably say Wonder Woman or Black Widow because she has no super what?
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Water Boy.
I don't know why it came into my head.
What a movie, bro! What a legendary movie. Yeah,
that was
I would.
hilarious.
Black Widow would be tough though, just because like she has no superpowers and it's just like that girl for real.
Mm.
She's like girl Batman almost, minus like being rich.
Is she an orphan?
I don't. Is she? I think she
I have
is.
no idea.
I think she actually is, because they like stole her and put her in a lab and did all that stuff to like train her to be an assassin, basically. So I
Yeah.
think she's. Well, I'd hope her parents didn't do that.
Yeah,
So I mean,
I
I
would-
would honestly, in that case, I'd hope she's an orphan.
That
If her
is
parents just,
crazy.
if her parents sent her off to assassin school, that'd be pretty wild. So
Hey, gotta do what you gotta do, man.
yeah, boarding school and assassin school is way way different levels. Yeah.
Yeah, you're totally right.
Yeah.
Mm.
So probably Wonder Woman, realistically.
Wonder Woman. Yeah, that's probably a safe one.
Wonder Woman and Captain Marvel. That's two like elite ones though.
All right, so who would you choose if you had to be a princess? Disney
Drop it in the
princess.
comments with no context.
Yeah.
Don't say anything of who you be. Just say the superhero.
Oh, no.
Oh, I mean, say the say the
Or the
say
superhero.
the princess.
Matter of fact, give
that
us a 2 for
happens
1.
to also be a superhero.
Is there one?
Wait, in Wonder Woman? I don't know. I don't know this stuff enough.
Okay.
Drop it in the comments with no context.
Mm.
Wherever this comment section is, I don't know where this
Oh.
imaginary comment section is, or just like I said last time, just drop it.
It's literally like write it on a piece of paper and just drop it.
Just say it out loud, and then we'll be like, "Oh, that makes sense."
Don't litter though. Make sure you pick your
No,
paper up.
Yeah, you can litter in your own house, just not outside.
No, it's bad for the turtles.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gainesville loves the turtles.
Gainesville loves.
You
the
want a
turtles.
straw? Nah, bro.
No, bro.
Paper
Plastic
straw.
not allowed. Paper straw.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I guess if it helps the turtles, it helps the turtles.
Helps
you
the
know?
turtles.
What would also help the turtles if you just didn't throw your plastic straws in places you shouldn't throw them. But I guess since we just can't control ourselves, sadly, we have to have paper ones.
Happens.
So
It is what it is.
Yeah.
Hey, so last time on the show, we talked about the
Yeah.
gospel.
yeah, we did.
Right.
That was
We went over what was it and why does it matter.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we couldn't leave you guys unprepared,
Yeah.
right?
Set you up with the alley. We got to help y'all dunk it too. You know.
And we're not getting rim packed over here.
No.
We're not getting
We're
rim
whamming
checked.
it. We're whamming it.
You know.
Anthony Edwards style. This is going straight through the net. Like.
Nah, bro, give me Shaq. Break the backboard.
Yeah. We're giving you like the Shaq type. Yeah.
And one.
And 1 and 2. So.
So, today we're going to talk about how to share the gospel.
Mm.
Mm.
It's gonna be a good one. It's
I
gonna be
think
fun.
so. I think so. I think the questions were really fun to play with this time. It was great.
The questions are always fun because we did just talk about college football first, and then we were like, well, let's just make it random. So now we just throw a random question in there. Zach didn't even know I was going to ask that. I didn't even know I was going to ask the second one, actually, but just let it flow. Let it go. Oh, I was, never mind. Let it go.
Princess Anne over here.
Yeah. But
Hey, so how do we share the gospel, man? Let's get this can of worms open.
yeah, let's open the worms. I mean, the can with the worms in it.
Again, I just want to Captain Insano shows no mercy. Like, I don't know where that's coming from, but
how do we share the gospel? I think in a general sense, like how we share the gospel is kind of what we talked about when we explained what the gospel is.
Yeah.
Like that is a very generic, simple sense of the gospel is like Romans 5:6. When we were utterly helpless, Christ came at just the right time and died for us sinners. Like, that is something you could tell to basically anyone, and that gives you the generalized, like, summary of what it is. And so, like, I think the first way to talk about how do you share the gospel is just verbally telling them it, kind of like what we literally did on the podcast. Like,
Yeah.
obviously not in a 20-minute segment, but like in a minute or two, like just verbalizing what Jesus did for us on the cross and what that means to us now. I think that's like beginner's level, base level. Like,
Basic
how do
base
you
level.
share it? What do you do?
Yeah. And so for me, man, like, I sit here, I've thought about this all day. You know, how do we share the gospel? And in simple terms, I mean, you just do it, right? You
Literally Nike.
Yeah,
You
you
wake up and you are Nike.
Yeah, you just do it.
You wake up and you're a check mark. Like, that's how you...
You're not a princess, bro. You're a check mark.
You're not a princess. You're not a person anymore. You wake up and you're a check mark.
Yeah.
But you're a gospel check mark.
You know, like, the gospel can be shared in so many ways, through your actions, through how you speak to people, through what you wear.
Mm-hmm.
You know, being kind. I mean, dude, being kind in this world goes a long way.
Miles, yeah.
Because, like, the world is so dark and so just crooked and mean and hateful and all these negative
Yeah.
attributes you can say about it. And it's real.
Yeah.
Right? Something that I really thought about today is, like, man, like, what if every person that I passed, right, as a believer of Christ, that I passed, is like, you know, their eternity is literally depending on me to say something to them about the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
You know? Because it's like, you know, yeah, we probably thought about it that way.
Yeah.
But how often do we think about it that way?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because I think, you know, in the last episode we talked about how we need to fall in love with the gospel. It's like, if you're not in love with the gospel, like, you're not going to think about people like
No,
that.
you're not going to share it. You're not
Because it
gonna-
doesn't matter.
No.
Right? But it's like, man, what if, you know, we're sitting there one day and it's like, man, like, God's telling me to tell this person about the gospel and I don't.
Mm-hmm.
How many times has it happened to you? It's happened to me before.
A lot, sadly.
And it eats me up, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, I don't think God would ever do this. I don't think God is a shameful God or God that will bring shame on us. But it's like, man, what if one day after I die and I look him in the face, he's like, hey, man, so glad you're here. And he's like, hey, well, what about Jasmine or Jamal or Winston? And I'm like, well, what are you talking about? He's like, well, I told you to tell him about me. And it's like, well, you didn't do it. I'm like, well, dog. Like, you know, like, that would slap me in the face, bro. And again, like, I don't think God would do that. That's not the God that I serve. But I think if I put that into my heart about that and think about that, it's like, man, like, I am definitely going to tell that person whenever I feel it again. And I think a lot of times we're scared to do it, right?
Yeah.
Because the conversation about the gospel is crazy. It's like, well, you know, I'm a new follower. I've been following a couple of years, or I don't really know Jesus, but I'm just going to say it because it, you know, maybe I can.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, you know, man, like, well, what do I say?
Yeah.
Like, what if he asks me a question about this or that, and I don't know how to answer it?
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, what do I do?
Yeah.
And it's like, bro, you just have to do it.
You got to be Nike.
Because the blood is bigger than any of your what ifs or your questions,
Yeah.
right? I promise you right now, God would never be upset with you trying to do it.
No.
You know, like you're playing basketball and you're down whatever and you pack a kid off the rim or the
Yeah.
backboard and you flex on him. It's
Man,
like,
yeah. What a great story. Yeah. Ninth grade on a basketball team that won 2 games all season and one was preseason and the other one was like the first game versus the same team, and we're playing our biggest rival for our school. For those of y'all that go to the school, I'll just say it. We're playing Baker. We're playing them at home, and we're down like 20-25 at the crib. And
no, not down 5 points. You're down like 20 to 25 points.
yeah, sorry, we're down 20-25 points. Just to be very clear, it's like 40-60. Yeah, no mistakes on 5-point difference. No, 20-25 points. We are down, and I have a little bit of bunnies. I can jump high, and that's about all I have for me at this point in my career of life in basketball. And so there's this guy. For any of you that know NBA, this guy looks like Thon Maker. He's like a skinny, tall, black kid that's very athletic. That's what this guy was. And he drives in on me, and they're up by 20, and so he just tries to wham it on me. Bro, I glass that junk. I get so lit. I flex to our like students, and they hype me up, and the ball rolls like right by me out of bounds. And coach got so mad at me.
Yeah.
And then I look at the like scoreboard, and I'm like, oh, that
No.
block didn't make up for 25 points.
Now, definitely, the coach wasn't mad at you because you attempted to do it and blocked him. Your coach was mad at you because you sat there and...
He was mad because of my reaction after I blocked him. When I
Right.
could have grabbed the ball and like helped
Yeah.
us make it a 17-point loss instead of a 23-point
Yeah.
loss.
And so, you know, you're sharing the gospel. It's important because, I mean, you have friends that need to know the gospel.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you're you're the only friend in your group that knows the gospel, whew, we have a long conversation for you coming. You know?
Yeah.
And this isn't like a condemnation way. This is just like what it is.
Yeah, it's like a Turner burn. No, it's not. Sorry. That's a great way to share the gospel. Just look at him and say, listen, bro, you want some fire insurance? Like, you want to not feel like Florida after you die? Like, bro, lock in. Like,
Oh, my
that's one of the
God.
best options, bro. You ever had no AC in Florida? Yeah, dog, believe in the gospel because it's going to get way worse once you're dead. Like,
Or you always had this like, man, like what if I'm gonna ruin this relationship because I talk about Jesus? What if
shouldn't be in that relationship?
What if nobody's gonna like what I say after I talk about Jesus? Nobody's gonna like me when I talk about Jesus.
It's worth
Right.
the potential.
But you know what's so
eternity that they
great?
could have.
John 15:18, Jesus speaks on this. He said, you know, the world hates you.
Mhm.
Remember, it hated me first.
Yeah.
And it's just like, this is Jesus at his Last Supper.
Mhm.
He knows he's about to die.
Yep.
He knows what's coming to him. He knows what he's dying for.
Mhm.
And he's like, bro, you know what? I would love to see how he said it. But it's like, you know, guys, have peace in this because, honestly, if the world hates you, it hated me first.
Yeah, and there's even someone at the table that ended up betraying him.
Yeah.
So it's like
Which is crazy.
wild. Yeah.
So the thing is, you know, for me to, you know, share the gospel, it's like, man, if I don't, their eternity can depend on it.
Yeah.
And that should be not the scariest thing, but that should be like one of the biggest drivers because if you know Jesus and you're not sharing the gospel, you're letting yourself slip a little bit
Mhm.
because you're called to share the gospel, right?
Yeah. Great commission.
Matthew 28:19, something like that.
Jinx. Double jinx. You owe me a Coke. I don't drink those anymore.
Take that back, give me a six pack. Like, okay.
But, yeah, no, I think it's like, ultimately, when it comes down to it, if you've really met this Jesus guy and you've experienced what his love is like, it should lead you into wanting to talk about it. And, like, there's a ton of practical ways to do that, but I think the way I think about it the most is I love the Florida Gators. And you know that. And I talk about them
All the time.
all the time. And whether that is...
Even when it doesn't make any sense.
all the time, though. And even when, whether it's football or basketball, like Zach and not Tristan anymore, sadly, but my homies are going to hear about our biggest recruits that we have. They're going to hear about the people we look at in the transfer portal. They're going to hear about everything with our coaches and our roster and like what the season is going to look like, even though 95% of the time I'm wrong for football. But I love the Florida Gators. I have been a Florida Gators fan my whole life. And that leads me to talking about them. If you love Jesus, and maybe you haven't known him your whole life, but he has changed your whole life, that should lead you to talking about him too. And I think like a lot of times the biggest problem though, when it comes to how do I share the gospel, you share it casually.
Yeah.
To me, that's like the most, I've had less than 5 experiences of sharing the gospel and it being that deep, emotional, the guy or girl is bawling her eyes out and she gets saved and it's the most emotional thing ever. Yeah. I've had about 100 to 200 of like just the casual like, yeah, bro, so I was reading my Bible the other day to someone who just doesn't believe. Or like, bro, like it was so cool I was at church the other day, like little things like that. That's sharing the gospel. Sometimes sharing the gospel is not literally just the good news about Jesus, but it's building up to that. And to me, that's what lays the foundation to that ultimate Romans 5:6 explanation of it.
Also because, I mean, in that point, you're just planting seeds.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, like, yes, there's a way to share the gospel, and we learned at Crossroads, and whatever, but it's like, you know, you tell a brief little story about yourself, tell how Jesus changed your life.
Yeah.
How do you know the story? And then you just kind of go around a circle and, like, whatever, but most of the time, it's not like that. Most of the time, it's people you're going to talk to at work, people you're going to talk to at school, people you're going to talk to that you hang out with, right?
Yeah.
And a lot of that is just honestly just heavy legwork because it's like you're basically like
bro.
You're basically just force feeding them the gospel.
Yeah.
And reality is like you don't really know it or they don't really know it because all you're trying to do is plant seeds, right?
Yeah.
Because God's going to water the field.
Mm-hmm.
God's going to do everything else that needs to happen. All you have to do is just plant a seed in a person's heart. So that's like continuous conversations about Jesus, or like you'll see people start asking you more about Jesus, or talk to you more about Jesus, or hey man, what do you think about this? Or I don't know if you know it, but I know we're not on social media as much other than like Instagram, but the rapture was supposed to happen a few days ago or something.
I had seen something crazy about
Right?
that, bro.
And it's like, well, what do you think about this? And it's
Cool,
like,
I hope I'm saved.
you know,
I know I'm saved. We're
yeah,
good.
for sure.
We're good. We're locked in.
But you know, well, I had so many questions at work just about that. Like, well, what do you think about that, dude? I'm like, well, you know, I don't really agree with it. You know, obviously, we're not going to know when Jesus comes back, so I don't think we can tell a time on a rapture.
Yeah.
Right?
But even they all came to you to ask that.
Yeah. They all came to me because of the seeds that I've, like, planted.
And that's what I was kind of talking about in the last video is, like, you got to have this aura of gospel. Of, like, to the sense of, like, you can share the gospel in the clothes you wear, like the Christian T-shirts and the cross chain that you have.
Bro, you remember?
And what? What?
Never mind.
You can't, never mind, bro. You got to at least know something out there.
Just last year during the school year, like, yeah, bro, this girl's really pretty. I'm like, well, go talk to her. He's like, nah, bro. I'm like, why? He's like, she's wearing no Christian clothes.
Bro,
like,
no, yes, bro, no, because she ain't anointed if she don't have Christian clothing. Like, she's sitting here going to the gym and wearing normal hoodies. It's like, bro, have you not heard of elevated faith? Like, like, is your faith elevated? Like, what are we doing right now? Like, no, absolutely not. Like, if you're anointed, yes, that's just a funny stereotype when it comes to, like, Christian girls. But, like, if you genuinely follow Jesus, like, bro, before I met him, like, I loved basketball. So I wore all this Nike and Under Armour stuff and had Curry's and, like, wore all this stuff to look like I was a basketball player. When I followed Jesus, I wanted to look like I was a Jesus follower. So I started wearing clothes that matched that. Yeah. And not that you have to do that. That's not some requirement. But you should be so addicted with the gospel and so obsessed with what it was like when you first experienced his love that it should lead you to try and help other people know that by any means possible. And if that looks like the clothes I wear, if that looks like having the same football conversation with this random dude 15 times, hoping that the 16th time it's going to be about the gospel, or having this same random conversation with, we're about to get it to the girls here, in the nail salon or some hair salon, nail salon, getting, oh my goodness, pedicures. Get some pedicures. But, like, if you're a girl and you're in the nail salon, bro, like, I don't know what girls talk about, but whatever they talk about, hopefully the 16th time it's about the gospel. And, like, it's, like you said, it's really the heavy work. Like, obviously you know all about this and they don't, but some of them do. But, like, stuff with my sister, she said it ultimately ended up just being me being there, being kind and listening.
Yeah.
And her, like, knowing that I follow Jesus and I'll listen to whatever you got to say. It is what it is. And, like, there were 15 other ways I could have done it, but that's ultimately what it led to. And so it's like there are so many different ways that you can share the gospel. But I think, like we were saying, the easiest way and the way that breaks the barrier down the most is just being able to talk about Jesus casually. How you would talk about sports or how you would talk about some random thing you did on the weekend. Like, if you follow Jesus and you go to church every weekend, that is always something about how your weekend was. How many times you get asked, yo, bro, how was your weekend?
In casual conversation.
In the most casual, like that happened to me today in class. Like, how was your weekend? What do you do? You went to church, I'm pretty sure. Like, bring that up. Like, yeah, bro, worship was so lit. And it doesn't have to be this deep, crazy thing. Like, I think the way you share the gospel is just through casual conversations that ultimately lead to someone seeing you as a follower of Jesus. And now they're going to look at you that way. And like you said, that leads to something like at Publix, where when they joke about the rapture thing and they think it's real, everyone asks you about it. Yeah. Because of those casual conversations.
And, you know, I'd like to say one last thing real quick, and I'll obviously throw it back to you, but something I've learned about people is they go where they feel loved.
Yeah.
Right? And as a follower of Christ, you're supposed to love people because Jesus loved people.
Yep.
And for you to be a follower of Christ, you have to be Christ-like. Right?
Yeah.
So, you know, people can come to you because, oh, you talk to me about football 15 times a day or 15 times a, you know, whatever, or the girls in the salon of who's going to win The Bachelor or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's even, I don't know.
Yeah,
or Dancing with the Stars. Let me actually get locked back in. Dancing with the Stars, right?
Yeah. That, yeah.
You know, who's going to win that, or how does, I don't know how that works, but American Idol, that's
whatever
even
it
a
is.
thing. I don't know.
Either way.
But then it's like, man, you grow this relationship or rapport with people, and then they begin to talk to you. And so you're just waiting for them to ask the questions.
Mhm.
Because, yes, there is that reality where you're going to be out there evangelizing, but maybe that's not your calling. Maybe you're not supposed to go walk the streets or preach to thousands of people.
Yeah.
But maybe you're supposed to be there in that nail salon,
Mm-hmm.
on that football, on the couch watching football with some boys, at this restaurant, wherever it is. Just putting little bits, right? Because God's going to bless you with that.
Mm-hmm.
And all your relationships, you can look and see there's little bits everywhere throughout.
Yeah.
And it's your job to show them love,
Mm-hmm.
show them compassion,
Mm-hmm.
show them what being Christ-like looks like, right? Because like that, without your sister, I mean, we've seen it firsthand.
Yeah.
Both of our sisters.
Yeah.
You know, without that, they're not going to come to you. But with that, they're going to come to you. They're going to ask you about, dude, do you think the rapture is really about to happen? They're going to ask you, well, why do people in the church hurt people? They're going to ask you all these things that give you an opportunity to talk to them and lead them to Jesus. Because, you're going to have to answer some really tough questions that, honestly, you probably can't answer.
Mm-hmm.
That's just the reality.
Yeah.
But from my experience, I'm not smarter than the next guy in the next room. I'm not biblically sound than the next guy in the room, right? But I follow Jesus and love people deeply.
Yeah.
Care for people and make them want to feel like they can talk to me or welcomed. And I feel like that's part of the biggest 3 things that you have to do in order to share the gospel.
Yeah.
Because, like we done said, you can share it loud or you can share it discreetly and let God give you seeds to plant and he'll water the field for you.
Yeah.
So.
And I think when it comes down to just 2 generic, if you have 2 generic takeaways that I think would be very simple and kind of summarize this, it'd be 1, the way that you share the gospel is you live it out to the point to where when people look at you, they cannot detach Jesus from you. Not that you're Jesus at all, but they should not be able to take that apart. You should live such a Christ-like life. You should follow Jesus so deeply that when they think of you, they cannot help but think about something involving with worship, something involving with church, something involving with love. That's what John 13:35 says.
Yeah.
Your love for one another will prove to the world that you're my disciples.
Mm-hmm.
That's what it says. And so living a life that is so connected with Jesus that when outsiders see you, they can't disconnect you from him. And then, number 2 is just being able to bring this up. Like I said, that's what both of our experiences are. Being able to talk about him casually. Not always expecting some radical, life-changing moment, but a seed that can be planted that, like you said, God can water. And I think that's, if you can do those things, those 2 things, if you can love him enough to let him change your life where people cannot disconnect him from you, and then you can just talk about him casually like it's just another day, then that's what reaches people.
And last thing that I want to add, just be obedient.
Yeah. Even if it's scary, oh my goodness, it can get your heart.
There's so many people that I've walked
racing.
past, and it's like, man, if I would have just said something about God, dude, or man, God really put them on my heart to speak to, or whatever it looks like. So I think my biggest encouragement for you is all the things that we've already said, but even bigger, just be obedient to what God is calling you to do.
Yeah.
So
just live in obedience, bro. Walk in it. The King of the universe died for you. Least we can do is just try and follow him. So
praise God.
Yeah.
Well, that's all we got for this one.
That's all we got, twins. We'll see y'all in about 7 weeks. I'm kidding. All right.
Sorry, I just had a side eye.
All right. Peace out, Rainbow Trout.